Have you ever heard the word probate and thought, what is it exactly? Great question, and today I'm going to break it down for you. I'm attorney Anastasia Fainberg with Legacy Law Group Colorado, and today I'm going to tell you about what exactly probate is, how long it takes, how much it costs, and most importantly, I'm going to give you a great tip about how to avoid probate with proper estate planning. So let's start with the basics. What is a probate? Probate is a court process that happens when somebody dies and they didn't have a trust. You heard it correctly, a will does not avoid probate. If you have a will, it still needs to go to probate before your loved ones can inherit anything. In Colorado, on average, probate takes about 6 months to 2 years if nobody contests. If you have contested probate or difficulty locating assets, it could go on for a number of years and cost your family a fortune. Also, probate is a public court process, so you can go online and look up anyone's will or look up how much their loved ones are getting. You can Google celebrity wills and see exactly who inherited what from them. So a lot of the times, people that are beneficiaries in a will become target of identity fraud or things that, like, they become targets of shady investors and people that just want to get the money out of them to be spent on silly things that don't matter. So let me give you an example of a client that we had, and she had only a will and it did not avoid probate. She had outlined in the will who would get what, but at the end of the day, the family had to be in probate for about 14 months. And during this whole time, they couldn't sell the home. So they ended up losing a lot of money because the account where the money was being auto drafted for the mortgage was not accessible to them in time. And so there were late fees and they almost faced foreclosure because of the delays, not to mention the legal fees that they had to spend to take the estate through probate. So now, how can we avoid probate? Best way to avoid probate is to create a revocable living trust and fund all of the assets into the trust. What do I mean by that? A lot of people get a trust with either the cheapest attorney they can find or a do-it-yourself online wizard. And I have a great video about that as well. If you want to follow me or follow this link and watch that video on the dangers of do-it-yourself estate planning. A lot of people do it and then they don't actually put any of their assets into the trust. Like, they don't retitle their home, they don't retitle their bank account, life insurance, and other assets into the trust. And that is essential to avoid probate because whatever is outside of your trust will be subject to probate. So to summarize it, you have to create a trust and then put all of the assets into the name of that trust. During life, you control it. If something happens to you, all of the assets are avoiding probate, and whoever you put in line as your next successor trustee will have direct access to everything in the trust and be able to distribute everything to your kids. If you live in Colorado and you want to make sure you're creating a comprehensive plan that avoids probate, simply schedule a free consultation with me today. And if you're wondering about the number one mistake that I see all the time with estate planning, click this link to watch a video that's going to save your family hundreds of thousands of dollars with proper planning.